Hey guys, let's redo that. Hey guys, it's Vanessa and welcome back to my channel. This video has been long awaited. I always get DMs, I always get DMs and messages, same thing, about my workout routine. What I would do to work out, same thing as my workout routine. I'm just literally rephrasing everything. I'm gonna be talking about how I grew my booty. This picture was taken a year ago. This picture was taken a week ago. Same leggings, my workout routine, some of the biggest mistakes I made, how I fixed my relationship with food. I did just ask you guys on my Instagram, which if you wanna follow me, it's gonna be right here. Pretty active on Instagram, message me, let's chat, let's have a fun time. Ask me anything you wanna know about like health and fitness, timestamps and everything in the description box. I do wanna like start off this video by saying like, obviously, I'm a 19-year-old girl. I'm not a registered anything. I literally just have my own personal experience and what has worked for me. Let's start off with my workout routine. Right now I'm at home. I'm not at like my home gym. A lot of the equipment, it's different, but you gotta make it work. I work out 6 times a week. I do push-pull legs for about like an hour and a half, whatever I'm feeling. For me, going to the gym is the biggest stress reliever ever. Today was leg day. First thing I do, I get there and I warm up just 5 minutes on the treadmill. Stretch before, obviously. I walk on 12.5 incline, 3.5 speed, and the biggest tip I have for this is do not hold on to anything, because then you're getting rid of the incline. Like, that's the whole point of the incline. No, it sucks. Trust me, it sucks. It'll pay off. And when I'm doing this warm up, I like to focus on like really engaging my glutes. Mind muscle connection is a real thing. My favorite music to listen to when I'm on the treadmill is literally throwback music, because I feel like I'm like dancing when I'm walking and it's kind of nice. On my push-pull days, I'll do 20 minutes, which is just 2 Taylor Swift All Too Well 10-minute versions. So you guys can do this. Typically I'd start off with squats, but today I kind of had to go with whatever was open. First thing I did were these hack squats. I just put a 45 on each side. Your placement on like the plate is very important. I had like a wider stance and I had my feet angled a little bit outwards. Gotta go all the way down, all the way up. I did this for 3 sets of 12. My next workout, hip thrusts. I don't really do hip thrusts too often. Instead, I would have done this superset with RDLs and elevated squats. Since I don't really do hip thrusts too often, again, I did 45 on each side first. When you're at the top, you really want to focus on pausing for a second to like really, you know, trust me guys, I used to be concaved. Now I would hope I'm not. These small tips and like adjustments have really helped me see a difference. I gradually added weight because I felt like 45s were too light. So then my next set, I added 10 pounds I think on each side, and then I went up again 10 pounds on my last one. Next, oh my god, the holy grail. This is my favorite booty leg workout of all time. Squats. Engages your whole body too. And I remember when I first started going to the gym, I was only able to squat like the bar, maybe. Now my max is about 195. Focus on your form more than weight. I started off with 35s on each side. I didn't film that. I went up to 45s on each side. After that, I went up to 65 on each side, I think. Just challenge yourself. Even if you don't have a spot, that's okay. I lift up like the sides so that if I fail, you just lower all the way down. Bar's safe, you're safe. Next, leg press. What you're targeting depends on your feet placement. So if you want to target your glutes, this is from like my experience, put your feet aligned kind of with your shoulders, not too wide, not too narrow. I do 3 plates on each side. I kind of enjoy the pain. This last one I did, Bulgarian split squats. Love-hate relationship. They burn so bad, and I always do them at the end of my workout. 3 sets of 12, and it hurts like a bitch. I like to start down at the bottom and then go up my foot at a 90-degree angle, if that makes sense. I use a 20 pound on each side. Eric taught me that if you kind of, I don't know, what's the word? If you, how do you describe that? If you lean forward. That is what I meant. You want to drive with your heel too. I wonder if that's my brother or if that's my mom. Hello?
What?
Oh, I'm filming a video, just so you know.
Am I able to shower?
Yeah.
Alright, that's all I need.
Okay. If I say anything wrong, you can correct me.
Alright.
After every single workout, I will stretch. Being sore sucks. Recently, I've been trying really hard to learn how to do a headstand just for fun, because for me, like, doing this stuff is fun. So I started learning how to do a headstand, and I got it after like 3 days of consistently trying. And guys, literally, look at my reaction when I saw that I did it. I was so excited. I always will do like a little core, but honestly, you can't target your core. I just like to strengthen it. I will do like MadFit. Here are some of my favorite ones of hers. That was it for my workout routine. When I started lifting, I want to talk about the biggest mistakes I made because I feel like I could have gotten a lot more progress if I didn't do these things. The first one was not fueling my workouts. When I first started going to the gym, I was in recovery from an eating disorder, which the gym helped me recover a lot, to be honest. It helped me see food as like not something that was gonna harm me, instead it was gonna help me. Before I used to work out, I wouldn't really eat. Then I'd feel very fatigued, very low on energy. Now before I go, I eat something that has carbs too, because I've learned, Brian, correct me if I'm incorrect, or yeah, carbs is the body's preferred energy source, right?
Technically, you can just eat any. First thing is, when you say heavy, you probably mean compound exercises versus isolation. What I personally do is 3 compound, 3 isolation. And I just train hard, like till failure. Calf raise, because you can't ignore that shit.
Usually I do calf, but they don't have the machine. You can put a plate.
The one you sit, they have it.
Yeah, no, but
The woman was too stunned to speak.
At both LA Fitness, you have it. It's at the front.
Oh.
So yeah.
I've never seen it.
You can't miss it.
I don't know. Unfortunately, I hate to admit it, my brother was correct. I did see it right by the entrance today.
I mean, it doesn't matter what you eat. You can
I
have,
thought carbs was the best.
everyone's different.
That's true, actually. Next thing I did incorrect, I would only do cardio. The only like weights I would do would probably be like, I don't even think I touched the weights, to be honest, which is fine, you know, if that's what you want to do. But for me right now, I want to build muscle. I was never lifting, like my brother said, with compound lifts. Now I am, and that has been a big difference too. Neglecting your upper body. I was doing legs 3 times a week, upper body once or twice, maybe a week. Now I do upper body more than I do legs. Brian, why shouldn't you neglect your upper body?
If women are scared to get big,
You're not gonna get like bulky. Like, trust me, I'm not like, actually, look at that tone. Did you see that? And I like to grow my back and my shoulders. It's like a thing that if you work on your shoulders, it'll make you look more like hourglassy, which I don't know out of experience yet. We'll get there. Another thing is not stretching. I would not eat enough protein. I'm a vegetarian. Well, first of all, I wouldn't eat enough in general, which was hard to put on muscle. Eating enough is very important. Eating enough protein for me was never something I did. Now I have like protein powders. This is my favorite protein powder. I'm still working on finding like more natural sources of protein. I'm also lactose intolerant, so yogurt and everything like that just doesn't work in my favor. Oh, another thing, form over weight. If you have bad form, you're gonna hurt yourself. And also you might be targeting the wrong parts, so that could also be why you might not be seeing any progress. Following diet culture. I remember at the beginning, it was like all over my TikTok For You page, and instead now I'm on like gym TikTok, which I don't know if that's any better, but these are some of my favorite like TikTokers for motivation or anything. These people are great. I would compare my progress to other people's. Everybody's different. You can do the exact same workouts, you can eat the exact same things, you can live the exact same life, and you would look still different from the next person. Focus on yourself, focus on what you want, and know that it's gonna take time to see results. You can't just like go to the gym once and wake up the next day with your dream body. I was talking to my dad and I was like, honestly, if going to the gym did the opposite of what I wanted to do, I would still go because it's so good for me mentally, not because I want to look a certain way. It's really easy to start workouts that you just hate. I remember over quarantine, I tried jump roping, hated jump roping, never stuck with it. You don't even have to go to the gym. If you don't like lifting weights, don't lift weights. If you don't like running, don't run. If you like to swim, swim. My dad loves swimming. Finding a way to move your body is very important. Find something that works for you. Yeah, going on a nice walk. Second to last part is how I fixed my relationship with food. I mean, for like 3 years of my entire life, just, you know, it was very toxic for me. Everything was just ingrained into my brain, and it's hard to unlearn that. Like, recovery is not easy. Nobody would say,
like, it was so easy. It was the easiest thing in my entire life.
but it was the best thing in my entire life. Being able to feel like you're living instead of a zombie is really, really great. My body was going through like actual repercussions. I'd lose my period for like half a year, break out all the time, my mood swings. Even now, sometimes like I'll still look back on pictures of myself when I was struggling and I'll be like, oh my gosh, you look so great then. But then I think about it and I'm like, that was just not sustainable. You were literally dying. It was really hard to fix my relationship with food. Small steps are the best. I know a lot of people would talk to me about how they struggle with binging and how they struggle with restriction and stuff, and it's always gonna be a cycle if you don't get out of it. When I would binge, because I've been through both. When I would do it, it was because I was restricting restricting too much in the day, all these things were still a part of my brain, and then it'd be like a binge restrict cycle, and it just wasn't healthy for me, and you feel like shit all the time. Like, nobody feels great after a binge. That's just not how it is. I stopped seeing it as like a number, if it's healthy or not, because life's short. I got Yogurtland like 3 times this week. It's not gonna kill you. I remember when I first started to recover, I tried to eat intuitively, but that's not gonna work if you don't have hunger cues. If you don't have hunger cues, you're never gonna be hungry. So how are you gonna know when to eat? I had to actually put it as a part of my schedule. It's kind of like going to class. You have to put it into your schedule, because like being too busy or being too whatever is just not an excuse to not eat, especially if you're gonna work out. Before I get into like this Q&A, I also want to talk about supplements. I used to use pre-workout every single day, and then I developed like a caffeine dependency, which was bad. As you can see, I'm drinking coffee right now. I'm trying to cut down because I used to have like 600 milligrams a day and I wouldn't feel anything. I have to burp. Going with no pre-workout, I kind of like it so far, a little bit better. I used to use this one, the Alani Nu pre-workout. Honestly, it's just personal preference. Now let's get to the Q&A. How do you stay consistent? How do you develop a routine? Sometimes it gets a little discouraging when you feel like you're pushing yourself and you don't see results, but just know that you don't see them because you see yourself like every single day, but you look back in a month and all those days that you went when you didn't feel like going, they're gonna add up. They're gonna show, you know, you can't show up every single day and not have results. That's how I stay consistent. Also, just because it's something I wanna do, it's not like a chore. Something else I wanna point out is where you get your motivation from. If you get your motivation based off of something that is not internal and not intrinsic, it's not gonna last. Let me tell you that. You're not gonna have the inner like will. This reminds me of my philosophy class. You won't have the will to do it over a course of time. It might be a phase or whatever, but if you really wanna stick with it, you have to think to yourself like, why am I doing this? That's how I get my motivation. What do you usually eat after a workout? I will make the same protein oatmeal every single day. It's oats, almond milk, protein powder, apples, some peanut butter, and some chocolate, and granola. It's so good. What do you do on rest days? I don't force myself to do anything. If I want to lay in bed all day, I'm gonna lay in bed all day. If I want to go for a walk, I'm gonna go for a walk. I just don't work out that day. That's it. Everything else is the same. How to get started in the gym with lifting and all. I would always be scared to go into the weight section. I get you. I would always be like,
Oh my god, they're these big bulky men, whatever.
but nobody gives a shit about what you're doing in the gym. Nobody cares if you fail your last rep. What's really cool about the gym is everybody's in there to work on themselves. Everybody's there to better themselves, and nobody cares about what you're doing. They're not gonna be like,
Oh my gosh, there's a girl in the weight section.
no. Just know that everybody's focusing on themselves. Honestly, I think that is everything that I'm gonna share in this video. This has been highly requested for so long. I just never got around to doing it because honestly, I personally don't really like filming too much in the gym because my music pauses and then I don't get in the zone as much. But if you guys want like my workout routine in a week, I could film that. I definitely want to share some upper body, some push-pull with you guys. I do want to stay away from like what I eat in a day because I know that everybody differs. Every single day is different for me. So I don't want you guys to base it off of what I eat in one day when it's completely different than the next day. And also because everybody's different, every body's different. Just because I eat this and I look this way doesn't mean if you eat this, you'll look that same way, you know? I would be open to filming meal inspiration as a vegetarian, lactose intolerant who is trying to still get gains at the gym. Let me know what other maybe workout health related videos you guys want to see down below. And yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a like. If you really like me, don't forget to subscribe, comment anything you want down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, broskies. Now I'm running with the roundies, let's sing. I got copyrighted, so enjoy this outro for now.